Every once in a while, somebody hits it really big. When National Public Radio had its Tiny Desk Contest, they listened to great songs like What Does It All Mean as strong messages to young people. NPR decided that the winner of the Tiny Desk Contest was a young man from Sacramento, Christian Gates. Philharmonic.
My name's Christian Gates, but my artist name is the Philharmonic. I'm an artist, producer, multi-instrumentalist, songwriter out of Sacramento, California.
What's it all mean? 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 What's it all mean?
The definition means devoted to music. Of course, in the context of an orchestra, because they're devoted to music, that's what a Philharmonic is. But my life is a testament to that, because my life, I've been devoted to music. When you're little, you have to find your way in life and you get to explore. So sometimes your parents will have you go through music lessons or have you in sports. And my mom decided to put me in both. With music though, she saw that I was special because she took me to a concert when I was, 3 or 4 years old. And I came home from that concert without any musical background whatsoever and started playing the melody on the piano. And she saw that in me and said, I definitely need to get you in music, so we're gonna start piano lessons.
That was like a spark at that concert. So it was like I watched it like fill him. He just had a draw towards music, like all different kinds. And so I just let him experience it as best as I could. I was a single mom, so I asked for help. I could pay for part of it, but I asked my parents for help and they were all for it because music kind of runs in our family.
So from 6 to 12, I was in classical music lessons. When I couldn't afford the lessons anymore at 12 years old because we were going through hard times, my mom wanted me to continue my music journey, so she had me in orchestra in middle school and high school, and so I continued in music on the violin. When I was 16 in junior year, I still kept all my piano skills and started producing, and took a MIDI class, which is piano and producing on the computer. Hip hop was the main thing that our generation listened to. That reflected in school cafeterias where we would bang on the table, make beats, and then we would freestyle over them. I'll bet most of it for us was terrible. But it was such an inspirational starting point for me. And so, I somehow came up with the idea, like, I have all of this musical background. I'm in this MIDI class, and I like hip hop. How do I combine these three elements? And that is how I got started in making my own music. For me, I started doing these shows as a rapper and performing on the mic. I didn't feel like people were paying attention to me enough, and I didn't like that. So I was like, I need people to pay attention to me the entire time. I need their full, undivided attention. I don't want them, talking to their friends and, they're there for a different experience. I feel entitled to their attention. And so I started doing different things. I started being more animated in my performances, and it wasn't enough. Then I started bringing the keyboard in. And then I started seeing people treat me with a different type of respect. And so I started bringing the rapping with the keyboard and started playing the keyboard. And then I said, wait, I also sing too, so let's bring the singing content into it. I wanted to craft my entire brand off of musicianship first. It comes from my overall overseeing of the process. I do everything, absolutely everything in the process. I play all the instruments, I mix and master, I write all the lyrics, I do everything from start to finish. I'm the conductor, I'm the violinist, the keyboardist, the guitarist. So it's basically saying I'm a one-man orchestra. I felt like I had the whole world at my fingertips. when it came to creativity. And so I was like, I want to explore this. Let's see what I could do with my voice here. Let's see what I can do here and here and here and here. The more I started to explore, the more the world just started to open up for me. And before I knew it, I had all this material in like 17 different genres, and all genres that I love, of just me exploring and hearing my voice in it. And I'm like, wow, I did not expect myself to sound good. Let's just put this in one cohesive project. And that's how the Philharmonic came out with his first debut album. 12 or 13 different tracks of 12 or 13 different genres. Just the plethora and the diversity within it was just me having fun in the exploration phase of seeing what I could do with this music. It ended up being pretty successful. The first album really got a lot of praise. I was really excited by it because I didn't know what to expect. I just knew I had to bring it, and I knew it was the best I had at the time. I did not know that it would be so resonating to people. To watch that go down was really exciting. I got to ride that for 2 years. I got to be on Sway in the Morning because of it. I got to go on tour with Hobo Johnson across the country, 37 cities, sold out House of Blues. From here to Canada, it was great.
I will rep this city until the day I die, everywhere I go. Everything I do, every song that I make, I'm gonna do it for y'all.
The one thing I love and appreciate about Sacramento, first and foremost, is that I feel like here I've always been appreciated. I've always been recognized for the talent, appreciated for the talent, honored for the talent. Every time somebody rises up out of Sacramento, they're surprised because it's something different.
People would start to walk up to me like at shows, oh, this is your kid? They would come up and they'd be like, oh my gosh, your kid changed my life and all of this stuff. You must be so proud. And I thank people, but it's really him that's done the work. Like I did labor him in here, but he's made an art out of the training and the lessons. His heart is in it. His passion is in it. He's always had a strong sense of himself. Like a really, really strong sense of himself. And I knew that he would figure out like how to express himself, and music gives him that voice to express himself, and it's his own voice.
I mean, I had the entire American dream vision of what any musician would want that makes their own music. You know, you want to be a celebrity. Of course, over time, what I wanted changed. But at that time, you know, I saw Hollywood just in my view. And, you know, I was going to do anything to get there. And then COVID happened. And that was an entirely different journey. I was dealing with many personal things, addiction, you know. It was hard in general. And I had to just overcome a lot of things, a lot of trauma, a lot of imposter syndrome too. I got into a car accident on May 8th of 2023 before I dropped my album release. And so I was fighting just this invisible enemy. And it took me 5 years to release another album. I had an entire album that was ready, and I didn't drop it because I felt like it didn't reflect the trajectory that I wanted to go, or the message that I even wanted to give out to the world or to myself. Some of those songs, they went on this project that I released, Philharmonik, which was last year, July 28th. When it came out, I feel like it was so slow. It was just like I was putting all this energy, and I felt like I was getting nothing back. I was at such a point in my life where like all of the debt from my car accident was really coming to a head. I was behind on literally every bill, every single one, by at least 2 or 3 months. It was bad. In that darkest moment, I said, I have to create something to get out of this. I know I created this album and nobody's listening to it. I have to do something. So I went to go put it into places that just to try to get it to feel around. First place I went into it was American Songwriter. That first drop of water led me to be ready for my Tiny Desk submission. And I had to wait for a few months. I see myself making it in the top 45. That was exciting, and watching the judges on Tiny Desk talk about it. And then I get a call from American Songwriter, and they tell me, you won Best Song for 2023 for What's It All Mean? And that was a month before I got the Tiny Desk notification too.
If I keep it slow and steady, then I win the race. Got my eyes on the prize, let's take it day by day.
I didn't put an expectation on how to feel. I just, in that moment, the first thing I felt, I said, I'm ready. I've been ready. I said, I'm glad it's here because I couldn't have come at a more perfect time.
Life goes on, life goes on, life goes on.
Every place that we've been to is sold out. And it's just been euphoric being able to connect with the fans and to be able to grace the stage in that light once again. Like, it's like all the groundwork that I feel like I put in for the last 12 years, it's all like accumulating for this moment. Because sometimes, you put in a lot of work for a lot of years and you just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But it's just, sometimes it just takes that one move. And then all the moves that you've ever done, everything you start to see counts. And this was that move for me. This is me leaving the nest, flying, and being able to fly and to thrive in the world.
I'm proud of that he's able to advocate for himself, to express himself, to do the risk, to live his life as himself. If you can live your life and become yourself and stay yourself and not let the world shift you around so that you're hiding your gifts, that's life. That's a good life. And I'm proud of that he's doing that.
Now I understand when they say don't quit, why that's what so many people say it. It's because you're going to want to do it. In the hard times, you're going to really want to do it. Because I really wanted to do it right before I dropped Tiny Desk. And it's like, if you just stay in there, if you just try one more time, or if you learn from it, you can really make it far. It's possible to blow up in Sacramento and to be from here. I think Sacramento is a thriving city. We have a lot of talent here. And I want people to see me here and to see an example of what that looks like and say, you could do it too.